What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Chris out on the Gold Wing, and I am making this video in response to a question that I am always asked. People want to know, am I a cop? Am I a policeman? And that answer to my viewers is no. No, I am not a cop. No, I am not in law enforcement. And the reason why I am not a cop is because I don't have the testicular fortitude to be a cop. Now, you may ask, what is testicular fortitude? Well, testicular fortitude would be the kahunas. It would be the balls. It would be the nuts. I don't have those characteristics to be a cop. You know, it takes a special kind of person out here to be a policeman. You know, I personally couldn't do it. You know, you got good cops out here and you got bad cops out here, but, you know, it takes a special kind of person to be a policeman. You know, I mean, you got to get out here and make traffic stops. And believe it or not, you know, I'm told, and for some of the things I've read, that, you know, making a traffic cop for a stop, making a stop, you know, for a traffic cop is one of the dangerous parts of being a policeman. You know, you don't know, you know, who you're pulling over. I mean, you know, a cop may be pulling over a guy that only has a headlight out, you know, or a tail light out, and, you know, the person he pulled over may be, you know, wanted in another state, you know, for committing murder or shooting up some people or something. So, you know, that cop wouldn't know. So when he goes to pull that, you know, that person over, you know, the cop is only pulling them over for a traffic violation. And, you know, the person that's in the car, you know, may be somebody that's wanted, and, you know, they don't want to go back to jail or go to jail, and, you know, so they come out shooting, and, you know, the next thing you know, it went from being a situation where you're pulling over a person for a taillight out or something, and now you in a shootout, you know, for your life. So, you know, that, to me, that takes a special kind of person to be able to do something like that, you know. You know, it was one situation over here, I don't know, maybe 50 miles from where I am, maybe, or less, over in Arkansas. You know, it was a couple of cops, you know, that pulled over I guess it was a traffic violation, maybe. And they went to pull a guy over, and basically what happened is, I guess the son come out with an AK-47, and he just mowed the cops down. I'm not sure if the dad actually, you know, if he was also shooting. You know, I have to go back and read the story, but one thing I do know is that when those two cops went to pull that vehicle over, you know, it was, I guess it was two sovereign citizens inside of the vehicle, and, you know, for some reason or another, I don't know what happened, if they, you know, what was the situation that led up to the shooting, but, you know, those guys pulled out an AK-47, man, and just mowed those cops down, you know, right on the side of the interstate, you know, just off, you know, Interstate 40. You know, maybe I'll post a link down in the description, you know, of that particular shooting, to kind of give you guys an idea of, you know, how tough a policeman's job really is, you know. And, you know, there are bad cops out there, you know, but there are good cops, you know. I do have, you know, family in law enforcement, and, you know, they are good people, you know. They are good people. They're out of state, you know. And, you know, they know better. You know, they was raised better, you know. They was raised poor and poverty. You got some cops out there, man, that'll, harass people because they're poor. They can't afford, certain things, and they'll get harassed. But one of my family members, we grew up very poor. He knows better. You can't be out here harassing people, man. People are not going to take that stuff. But he's a good cop. He's fixing to retire. But for me personally, no, I'm not a cop. I just couldn't do it. And then you have to be the type of person that goes from hot to cold real quick. I mean, 1 minute is not, it's normal, and the next thing it gets bad real quick. It goes from good to bad real fast. And you have to be ready for something like that, man. You have to have that kind of mindset. I just couldn't do it. To me, it just takes a special type of person to be a policeman. And then when you go home at the end of the day from dealing with all of that stress, of dealing with, people, you take that stuff home, and the next thing you know, you and your old lady are not getting along, or you're having problems with your wife or significant other, and the stress level for a policeman is very great. And so the divorce rate is high. Again, I don't know the statistics on the divorce rate among policemen, but I know it's high, because they have a high stress, a high level of stress, that they have to deal with. And some of them, I guess, they take it home, and they don't know how to turn it off when you've been dealing with criminals all day, and then you go home and I don't know. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. But can you imagine? Excuse me, allergies. But can you imagine a world without police? You couldn't even. Think about it. You couldn't even go into a grocery store. You come out and people taking your groceries. People, coming into your house. They do those things anyway. Don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying, just imagine a world without the police. No kind of regulation. People just wreaking havoc. They're not afraid. There's no consequences. There's no repercussions, and they just out just, doing whatever. Just walk up and take your keys and, crack your old lady upside the head and, take your wallet and, and not to say that those things couldn't happen anyway, because, crime does happen, but just imagine a world without the police. Just imagine it. I couldn't even fathom it. I don't know what this guy's doing. Let me get out of his way. So just imagine a world without the police. So, I'm thankful for the police. I can ride out here safely, and if I get into a situation, I can dial 911. I don't know how long it'll take the police to get there, but hey, they are necessary. I guess they are necessary evil, I guess. I don't know. But for me personally, no, I just couldn't do it. It's not in my, it's not in my character to be a policeman. I couldn't pull an old lady over and give her a ticket because, she didn't stop at the stop sign when she made a right-hand turn, or, she had a tail light out or something. I just couldn't do it. I don't have the heart to be able to write a person a ticket, because, if you're out here driving drunk, yes, you need to be locked up. You're out here breaking in people's houses and, wreaking havoc and stealing from people. Yes, you need to go to jail. But just, I'm just for me to pull a person over because maybe, they failed to signal at a turn or something. I don't know. I just couldn't bring myself to write a person a ticket for that. But that's why they have, the police. I just couldn't do it, man. My life is tough enough as it is. I wouldn't want that kind of responsibility. You're constantly under the microscope, and you may get into a situation where you have to use your weapon on somebody, and some of these cops out here, man, they just shooting up people for nothing. And then you got some cops out here that, hey man, they did what they had to do. So, I don't know. I'm not saying, this or that or the other, but I'm just saying, as for me, I just couldn't do it. It's let the ones that want to do that type of work, do that type of work. It's like being a mortician. I wouldn't want to do that type of work. That's not me. That's not my character. I don't want to deal with dead people. Let the ones that want to do that, deal with that. So, I say stay in your lane. Do what you like to do. Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel good. If it's sweeping floors, be the best floor sweeper in the world. If it's cooking behind a grill, be the best cook behind a grill. It don't matter, what you're doing. Just enjoy doing it. And if you enjoy what you're doing, then at that point it doesn't become work anymore. It doesn't seem like work. For me, I enjoy working on computers. So when I work on computers, almost it's not even like work. It's something that I enjoy doing. I kind of have a passion for it, so it doesn't feel like work. So so regardless of whatever profession you're in, just be the best that you could be. And that's all I have to say about that. But no, I'm not the police, and I couldn't be a police. And let the ones that want to do it. But I'm glad that we do have police out here. All right, fellas and girls, that's all I have for you at this time. I just wanted to share that with you because the question was constantly asked to me, am I a cop? And no, I'm not. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys. If you want to ask me some questions or leave me some comments down in the comment section below, please feel free to do so. And this is your boy Chris again, and I'm out here on the Gold Wing. And I will talk to you guys later.